Guys, you know we can say a lot of positive things about our country, day in, day out. But one lie you can never tell to the world is that our country there's unity. People are united in South Africa. That's the biggest lie to yourself and to the rest of the world, because there's plenty of differences that don't allow us to unite. People are still tribalism. Tribalism is the biggest factor of disunity. Religious views. Some believe in traditional ways of doing things, African ways, Ubungoma. Some are Christians, some are Muslims. Plenty of differences, cultural differences, traditional differences, and these things are not uniting us. They are drawing us further away from each other. Rich people don't relate with the poor people. Rich blacks don't relate with poor blacks. If you don't believe me, listen to JJ Tabane explain it to you in a better way. Maybe you'll understand when it's a prominent person saying this.
In this country, 16 million people go to bed hungry. 16 million people live without knowing where their next meal is going to come from. And the question is, how come that in the same country there are people who are dying from diseases of gluttony? In the same country, where people are dying of diseases of lifestyle, of too much drinking, too much smoking, too much eating. And next door to you, somebody is starving and they go to bed hungry. It must shame us as a country. And so the gift of the givers are beginning to prick our conscience to say, what am I doing to give of what I have to those less privileged? To me. In Harangua, there is a big church, a huge church. I don't remember what it is called. The church should be lucky not for me not to remember. It's a big church. And this church is built in the front of a row of houses, amongst which 50% are child-headed households. There are children there whose parents have died long ago, who now live in those houses and in surrounding informal settlements. And in that church, they gross millions every month from collections from poor people. Criminal conduct. They have not given one slice of bread to someone who lives across that road from that church. Someone who's starving next door to that church has not received one slice. One slice of bread, I agree from that church. Yet the priest of that church, you've got to be ashamed of yourself. You've got to be ashamed of yourself.
You heard him, right? Me, I agree with him. And I agree with him because of observation in reality. I'm not saying people don't have humility. I'm not saying people are not nice. But to claim that we are united in South Africa, it's a lie. Of course, I'm extending the conversation based on what he said. And furthermore, from what he said, I'm also extending the conversation to other pressing issues in our country. Because the biggest lie told about our people is that in South Africa, it's a rainbow nation, we are united. And that's not true. It's never true. It's a lie. We are not united in South Africa. I've never seen rich black people in numbers try to relate with the poor ones, try to help out, try to be sympathetic, help out, give out to charity in large numbers. So there's clearly a disconnect, a disunity. Rich people, rich black people would rather go and buy expensive clothes, chill in their own cocoons, their own corners, and enjoy life together as rich people. When a poor person comes, they discriminate him, they make fun of him, they don't treat him as an equal, because how can we be united if we are not equal? Equality also, the inequality also creates disunity. There is no unity. Let's not lie. White people You think black people and white people, they're united like this? Come on, guys. They are not. They are not. We are not united with white people. We don't share the same experiences. We don't even share the same politics as black people. White people have their own politics. We have our own politics as black people. So, what is this unity you guys are talking about? Like, hey, they like to preach this thing, non-racial politics. There can never be non-racial politics. Even though political parties or politicians might not say racist things about white people or about black people, it doesn't mean their policies are not speaking otherwise. The policies of black people are saying, we want the land back from the people who stole the land. So from that being said, the politicians don't have to be racist to white people. The policies are there. The policies are saying, and that discriminating against the white people and already projecting white people as land stealers. They stole the land. Black people must get back their land. So they stole it. Already you are projecting and you are saying you are a thief. So how can you unite with a thief? Other policies of white people, they are privileged. They have the resources, their own land, their own businesses, and like they have things easy. Even in when they are working in workspaces, they have it easy. So political parties that represent white people, they will come up with policies that will say, nah, we have it easy, so we must privatize everything. Everything, people must pay for it. No free healthcare, no free education. You must pay for it. Even if you're a black person, poor, coming from Alexandria, you don't have nothing. You must pay for everything. Pay for healthcare. Those are policies discriminating against blacks. Even though the white people won't be racist vocally, the politics they stand for, their policies, what they speak about at home. So where's the unity? And it's right when he says poor people also allow things to happen to themselves and they're not ashamed of it. They continue going to these churches. And I'm not saying you must not go to church. I'm not one of those people who are going to tell people don't go to church. I believe in God and I respect God. And I don't think I'm God. I can never be God. God is a higher power. God is something bigger than anyone. So I can never be God. And I don't think I'm God in human form. I'm not those guys who are going to say those rhetoric things. So, with that being said, I support people who go to church. I'm not a Christian, by the way. Surprised, I'm not a Christian. I won't say what I am right now, but I'm not a Christian, you know. And I don't do traditional things, African things. I don't do it. But I don't discriminate against people who do that. But this is about church. I also don't discriminate against people who go to church for whatever reason. But the people who go to church and can see, oh, this pastor is just in it for himself. He's not here to preach the word. He's not here to change people's lives. He's just here to get the money, mislead people, fool people, make people eat things. You black people, you allow the programming of these pastors. They take your money, they lie to you, they tell you lies, you believe it. So it's also your fault as black people. You must take accountability for going to churches where there's fake pastors, because you are getting played. But it is what it is. Thank you very much. Thank you for watching. May you stay blessed. It's a beautiful day. God bless you.